Your 30s, your 40s, and your 50s should be the best years of your life, right? When I say the best years, you should be learning from your 20s, right? A lot of you young guys that might be watching this video, you've got the upper hand of changing your lifestyle, right? Changing your habits, changing your routine, changing your lifestyle now so you can have a better life in your 30s, right? Me, in my 20s, I didn't self-improve. I used my 20s to party, indulge in drugs. I was a womanizer. I would, cheat on all my girlfriends. I would eat shitty foods. My mind wouldn't be operating good. I didn't have good emotional intelligence. And if you're really in your, late 20s to even early 30s and you're watching this video, you can either make the next chapter of your life till you die good, or you can make the next chapter of your life till you die harder for yourself, right? That's all it comes down to. So even if you're someone who partied in their 20s, indulged in drugs, didn't self-improve, it's okay, right? It's okay, because your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, all the way through till you die can be some of the best years of your lives, right? Like, it can be the best years. Me, I'm in the best shape of my life physically. Mentally, I'm in the best state of my life. I don't have any addictions. I have a loving relationship, right? I have an awesome relationship with those loved ones around me, including my close friends and my family. And these are my years where I'm going to shine. Because I spent my 20s indulging in instant gratification, I've accepted it. I don't hold on to the past anymore. I don't think, oh, what if I did this? What if? There's no point, right? Whatever I did in my 20s has shaped me to become who I am today, right? That's why I'm able to make these videos for you based on, life experiences, wisdom, knowledge, all that, right? And I share this with you because I want you to not waste life. I don't want you as a man to go through life suffering, right? You can either use your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you can use these years, right, to learn from what you did in your 20s, grow, and completely transform your life, right? It's definitely possible. So if you're someone that's in your late 20s watching this, right, even early 30s, and you've lived let's say, a different life to the norms of society, then you have an opportunity to live a beautiful next chapter of your life, right? You've got a beautiful position where you can learn, grow stronger from all the trials and tribulations you went through in your 20s and become greater, right? And that's what I've done. I've completely elevated to a new person. Yes, I'm in my 30s, right? But it's fine, because all the pain, the problems, the trials, the tribulations, the mental suffering, the suicidal thoughts, all those things that I felt in my 20s, I'm so happy that I pushed through and managed to pick myself up in my 30s, right? And become the best version of myself. Because I now get to enjoy and be present in life's moments and work on myself, creating a legacy, leaving something behind. And I'm actually happy that I went through all the pain and suffering in my 20s, because it's made me who I am today. And it's made me learn a lot of life lessons along the way. And put it this way, man, this is something that I just want you to really think about. So if you're someone in your late 20s, your 30s, you're watching this, you're like, shit, man, I didn't really self-improve my 20s. Because, you know, a lot of guys are making videos saying in your 20s should be the years that you spend on self-improvement. And, you know, your 30s should be where you just, you know, take your foot off the gas a little bit or whatever it might be, right? But for those that are watching this video, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, if you've gone through the pain and the suffering earlier in your 20s, right, throughout life, all the instant gratification, the addictions, all that shit, right, living through shame and guilt, I'm actually so happy, and you might be able to relate as well, right? You're happy that you went through that period in life earlier, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be going through this later on in life as a 30, 40, 50-year-old man, right? You've got a family, you've got kids, then you go through your addictions, you go through your mental suffering. Life's just going to be a lot harder that way, right? At least I'm grateful that I had my trials and tribulations, challenges earlier in my adult life, right? In my 20s. I'm actually grateful that I went through all the pain and suffering then, because I know how difficult it was, right? To get through day to day when I was living like that. So I know now that I've leveled up to a brand new person and left that old person in the past, that I will never, ever, ever take life for granted and end up back in that same situation again, right? That I was in my 20s. I'm embracing all the pain and suffering. I still remember to this day the pain and suffering that I went through, and I use that as fuel to focus on making the next chapter of my life the best life that I can live as possible, right? Be the best person that I can be, help as many people as I can help, form as many relationships as I can, right? Healthy relationships, be in the best physical shape of my life right now. Like, I'm the most fittest I've ever been, right? I'm more fitter, I'll be honest, than most 20-year-olds even, right, at my age. And it's only getting better, right? My fitness is only improving. The foods that I put in my body, all these, right? The decisions I make, the thoughts I get, all this, right? This is all something it's something that's coming to effect now, because I've completely reconstructed myself into a new person, that I can work twice as hard now because I've been through the suffering. So I can allow myself to wake up earlier and, you know, get important tasks done in the day while everyone else is still asleep. I can work that extra hard. I can work extra hard, right? I can do that because I do that out of passion, because I remember what it was like to go through life the opposite way, right? And I no longer ever, ever, ever want to be in that situation, because that was, it saddens me, or it sickens me that I went, like, bringing my mind back to when I was in my 20s, going through all those problems, the pain, the suffering. I now use that as fuel to better myself now and focus on making the next half of my life the best life that I can live possible, right? And inspire and help those along the process. So that's where I'm at. And if you're in your late 20s, your early 30s, you're watching this, you know, you're going through, you know, you're just getting on the self-improvement bandwagon, you could say, just know that it's not late, man. Like, your 30s is when literally we've got the advantage as men, right? Where we only get better looking, we only get physically stronger, we have mature muscles, right? Where we can build a better looking physique than someone that's in their 20s. We've got all these aces in our pocket as a man, right? So a lot of people think, oh, because I wasted my 20s, I can't get it back. You know, they're too focused on the past, but you should use it as fuel, going, you know what? I I spent my 20s indulging in instant gratification. Yes, I had my problems. However, I've overcome those problems, or I'm overcoming those problems, and focusing on giving everything I've got to enjoying the next half of my life, right? That's how you need to really look at it. Don't look at life in a sense where you're in your 30s right now and you're like, fuck, shit, man. Like, there's people that are younger than me that are doing better. Like, don't compare yourself. Everyone has their own unique journey in life. Everyone has their own wisdom, knowledge, right, that they can share with others. Everyone's got their own unique path, right, I should say. And by having that unique path that you've lived, you've got a story to tell behind it, right? It's a story. So the moment you go through all your suffering, you go through all your pain, whatever it might be, doesn't matter, you know, what age you are, but as long as you overcome and become a new person and leave that old person in the past, is when you've got a story to tell. You've got some sort of substance behind you. You've got some wisdom, some knowledge that you can share with others. And as I said, if it wasn't for my 20s, I wouldn't be here making these videos. Like, what would I be able to talk about? Like, literally, like, what value could I bring genuinely? What wisdom and knowledge can I share with you if I haven't been through anything in life, right? If you've been through no challenges in life, like no trials and tribulations, you just live life on easy mode, well, you're a pretty boring individual, because you've got no substance behind you, in a sense where there's no story behind you, right? And at the end of the day, man, everyone loves a hero story. Everyone loves a story where someone's gone from this person to now to now elevating and becoming a newer person, right? These are the stories that people want to hear, because these are inspirational stories, because people will think, fuck, if he can do it, I can do it, right? And that's how we inspire, lead, and help men in this society, right? So if you're watching this, you're in your late 20s, you're in your early 30s, whatever it might be, right? You're even in your 30s, and you're on your self-improvement grind, and you spent your 20s partying, you know, doing drugs, all those things, whatever it might be, right? Whatever you were indulging yourself in, just know that it's good, because you coming out on the other side, you've now got a story to tell. You've got lives to change, right? You've got people that you can help. You can be more inclined with your purpose. That's why I say, for the men that are there in their 30s, use this as fuel to better the next half of your life, because you can make this the best half of your life possible, right? You don't have to live like you were in your 20s suffering. You can actually live a much better life. You can also be much fitter. You can be much healthier. You will be the best looking you've ever looked, because we've got that benefit as men. We start to grow and we start to become better looking in our 30s, right? Whereas women, unfortunately, their beauty dies, right, at a certain age. And we should be grateful as men that we only just get better looking. We age better. We're just like a fine wine, right? The moment we look after ourselves, right? We look after the foods we put in our body. We look after our mental health, our physical health, all those things, right? We start aging like fine wine, and we've got the upper hand like that. You must understand this, right? There's no point of saying, oh, women have got this good, or whatever the case may be, right? I'm not trying to go off topic, but I'm trying to say that just be grateful that you're a man in this day and age. And even if you spent your 20s playing around, partying around, just worked a dead-end 9-to-5 job, and now you're slowly waking up and you're in your 30s, good. These are going to be your best years of your life, man. These are going to be, life is just going to get better and better, because you're more wiser, you've been through shit, and you're going to grow into a new person, right? So you get to maintain that life moving onwards, right? And that's the beauty of it. So that's all I got to say, man. If you're watching this, you're feeling shit, just realize that you've got the next half of your life waiting for you, right? And you can live that either with a 1.0 version, or you can live that with a 2.0 version and absolutely crush it because of your past, right? You can use your past as fuel and become the best version of yourself in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and then just enjoy life, spend time with your family, appreciate relationships, and live life easier as a man on self-improvement. But look, I'm going to end the video here. I just wanted to inspire those who are watching, who are, in their late 20s, early 30s, maybe even coming close to their 40s, and, they pretty much spent most of their previous years, indulging in, behaviors or habits that were not serving them. It's fine. I totally get it, right? I used to be like that as well. But just know that it's never too late, and you're able to create the lifestyle, the life that you want. You're the movie character in your movie, right? You get to construct yourself however you please, right? But that will only happen the moment you start putting in effort into your self-improvement, right? Your personal development. That's the only way it's going to improve. So just know that you can either choose to live the rest of your life harder, more difficult, complaining, with a victim mindset, or you can use your 20s, even your early 30s, for those that are watching that might be, close to 40 or so forth. Use that as fuel to better your next half of your life, and then just leave a legacy behind, right? And share your wisdom and knowledge with others, with the younger generation of men who need help, so they don't make the same mistakes we did. Do you know what I'm saying? We have to make society a better place, and to do that, it starts with you making yourself better, right? But look, I'm going to end the video here. Hope you got some sort of value or inspiration from this video. If you're new to my channel and you're watching this, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps, boost my channel, grow my channel. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. But look, I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace out. God bless.